Hi there, this is my video update for the 30th of May 2013. I'd just like to comment on the sickening attack and murder of Lee Rigby. It was sickening, it was horrible, it was very, very sad, and my condolences go to his friends and comrades and family at this time. I can't imagine what he went through. Um, Apparently they ran him over, then knifed him, then they tried to chop his head off. It was sickening that we allowed this to happen in our country. That could have been anyone. How do you stop people from having knives and just going out of their houses and attacking people in the name of their so-called religion that they're using for their own political means? I'm no expert on Islam or Muslims. Most of the Muslims I know are good people and wouldn't dream of doing something like this, but they are the radicals. Um, I think Islam is a two-tier religion where you've got the average Islams who try to do the right thing, and then you've got the radical Islams. And in some parts of the world, these two individuals will be held as heroes. Um, in their eyes, they are being good Muslims. In the eyes of Islam, because they want to take over our country and our way of life. It's a bit like how communism was. They want to take over the world, and they want to destroy all other religions because all other religions don't matter. Um, so it is very sad. On the immigration front, immigration in this country for the last couple of years, for well, I'll say 25 years, has been crazy. We've let everyone in. Anyone who's wanted to come to this country, we've let in. You've got foreigners who own large amounts of land and properties in this country. You've got foreigners that have built up big empires in this country, and they don't put anything back in the country. They're just using it for their own ends. And the majority of foreigners come to this country come here because of our benefit system and our National Health Service. But the sad thing is, most of them are allowed in because we're part of the European community, and there's no economic borders anymore. So if you're part of the the European community, you can go anywhere, and in in effect, it's one big country with just political borders. So that's the problem. But it works both ways. I know people who have went abroad, who have went to Europe, and who are working in Europe, and in places like Spain, Malta. I've got a lad who used to play football with. He's done very well. He's went over to Malta to work. I think in a holiday camp. I'm not too sure, but they paid for his flight over there, and they paid for his first few weeks of rent, and he's enjoying it. So it's a two-way street. But most of these people don't come from France, Spain, Malta, any countries like that. They come from the ex-Eastern Bloc countries. But the most problem we have got in this country is the African, the Sunnis. They're the biggest problem because they're the most radicalized Islam Muslims. So why are we letting in people from Africa? I don't know. I believe we should have an immigration policy along the lines of Australia, where you have to have a trade, or at least go there to study to get a trade. Most of these people don't come here to study; they just come here for our benefit system, and they hate us and they want to take over the country. And in the end, they will, because there's going to be more of them than us, and it's a shame because for every person who deserves to be in this country, there's about 20 who don't. I'm not saying we should ban out people who are being persecuted for their religious beliefs or their political beliefs. We should help these people, um, resettle. And most of the people who do come over this country who are being picked on after their country has returned back to normal, in most cases, these people return back to their own country. So I think we have been let down by successive governments. I think the way the Tories have been towards um, the low paid, the unemployed, and especially the disabled, it's been a disgrace. I feel let down by them. I've voted for them. I've let everyone down. Everyone who voted Tory has let every, everyone else down. Thank God we've got the Liberal Democrats who try to be the voice of reason, which I'm not a big fan of. So I think we should have an immigration policy along the lines of Australia, where you have to have a trade to come into the country, or at least something to bring to the table. It, it is ridiculous what's happening in this country. We've got Africans, there's no health checks on them. They could have all sorts of diseases, and you're finding if you want to go to a doctor's, there's a big queue. If you want a job, there's millions unemployed, and half of them are immigrants. They only come over here because of the benefits. My message to these people: if you hate us that much, hand in your passport and jump on a train, a plane, a boat, and go back to where you came from, or go somewhere else. Don't come here. Don't tell us how to live our lives, right? Because it's wrong what you're doing. And violence begets violence. And it is, my heart goes out to Lee Rigby's family. It is a disgrace, and I can see things getting worse in this country. And I'm glad I'm around now, and I'm 44 years old, because I wouldn't want to be born now and have to live to 70 to 80 years in this country as it is now, because we will be a minority in our political, in our religious, and in our point of view. And I'm not being racist. I believe in immigration and migration. You need a certain amount of immigration for new blood into the country, as we did in the 50s when we had a labour shortage, and somewhat in the 70s. So, right, I'm not racist. I love my country, and I will stand by our allies in the fight against the tyrants who want to destroy our way of life. Thank you very much.